Everyone, how are you? I hope you can hear me well. Welcome in. For those who don't know, my name is Anna, and today I'm gonna talk about light language. But before I start, I want to say that since last year, that I've been questioning a lot of things, and I've been having a lot. And I've been praying for answers about many things. And recently I started to ask, what is light? And for a while I've been asking, what is light language? Because I do express light language since 2018, and I know what people were teaching or telling me, and even on Facebook posts. So I started to question what is light language. And actually, today on my meditation, I received the answers. I don't know if these answers are going to relate to you, you're gonna understand them or resonate with them. It's fine. But so far, these are the answers that keep me satisfied. I'm gonna use the word satisfied for the moment. And they do resonate with me for the moment. So, in order to understand light language, we have to understand what is light. You probably are asking or saying, well, I know what light is, but we as human beings, we have the tendency to describe things. And I know that are things that cannot be described. We can only feel them and experience them, and light is one of them. So before we start, I would like you to close your eyes. Take your time. Close your eyes. Ground. Connect and align with your center and light, but also source creation's light. Breathe and stay as long as you need with your light, so that you can feel the light. When you feel it, you understand it and you live it. So this is about, I experience and I feel light and I see light in a different way, but each and one of us need to feel it as well, because we experience and we feel and we understand it in a different way. So for a moment, close your eyes and meditate a little bit and ask to see, to feel, to experience your light and even source creation's light. I'm gonna give you a little bit time. If you are watching this in the replay, please, you can pause the video and take your time. I think it's important for you to do this, because when you do this, for sure you're going to understand what I'm going to explain through my notes. Feel that light expanding. Feel the force, the energy of that beautiful light in you. You can ask questions actually. You can ask source creation to experience, to see, to feel their light, their beautiful, pure origin light. Just feel it in your being, in all of your being, in your soul, in your cells, in all that you are. So I'm going to start with my notes. My notes, they are quite, they are a little bit big, but I usually explain everything with my notes because I receive information, then I start to write. So when you feel the light as it is, you understand that you and all living beings, all creation is light. Light is our path because we are light and there's no other way. Light is experienced in different ways because we are different beings with different experiences. Light helps us to walk and be in our own path, and it never leaves us because we are the light. We are made of light and lives, and this light lives in us. We illuminate the path, and we are the hope of others, but also our own hope. We are, when we illuminate our path, being life, we do the same to others and the planet. We are the answer that we seek. So the more we explore our light, the more we work and enhance our light, the more we connect with our light and even source creation light, all beings of pure love and light, the more we connect with the light, the more we experience in a different way, and the more it helps us in whatever we need. It is so true when people say you have the answers in you. We do. No matter what others say, it could be right or not, but we have the answers that we need. We are equipped with everything that we need for this path and all paths. Each activated light in the planet is a light voice for changes, consciousness, evolution, love, understanding, for more light to be activated in others. Light equals voice equals soul. So I think it's quite understandable, this part as well. That's why it's important to access our light and work it, enhance it, and make it even more bright and intense for us and for others, so that each being, person, light influences more lights in their participation, activation, and contribute. Connect and feel source creation light, and then you remember, know, and understand the light. So, source creation is actually because we are created from source creation. We have the answers because we are connected to them. When I say source creation, when I say them, is I always refer to the divine feminine, divine masculine, the goddess, the god, the goddess, and the god. So they are always a her and a he. So the more you connect with yourself, you are connecting with them at the same time, and then things start to flow and it becomes much better for everyone. Everything starts first and above all with us, inside of us. The moment that we realize that we need to connect with ourselves, that we need to be our first priority, but always, always in a divine way, in a balanced way, the more it becomes easier for us. The more we start to thinking about us and things that we want for ourselves, the life that we want for ourselves, and even working out things from the past, either this life or past lives. And that's why it's very important for all of us to do inner work. That's why it's important for all of us to connect with our own light and connect with our source creation's light, and from there, we ended up realizing many things, and we start to work on ourselves. We start to thinking and taking care about ourselves. Um, this is the foundation of light language, because many people say, I don't know if it is right or wrong, but this is the information, the explanation that I received this morning on my meditation. Light language is the language of light, yes, but many people say that is the universal language of light. I have I have a different opinion, because if light language is I'm gonna read the next one. Light language origins from source creation, original diamond, which is source, center of source creation. It's the pure and original heart of all creation. So I don't think that light language is universal language of love, because source creation goes beyond universal love. There's also the cosmic love, and I think there's even something beyond cosmos. So light language comes straight from source creation's heart, which is the original diamond. So it's all in there. And for those who express light language, we reach that point that we are in a different dimension, in a different type of consciousness, and we start to express a different side of ourselves. We start to express a different side of our soul, which is more light, more consciousness, and even healing. So this is I'm hearing a break point. This is a new beginning for our soul evolution, and even for the planet's evolution. And it starts from here. That's why it's important to stay connected and aligned with the light, not only our own, but source creation and even other beings of pure love and light. Light language is the language of source creation, and it's expressed in different and original ways as well. It's the center of communication. I'm not really sure what this is, but I wrote it down and I'm sharing. When light language is expressed in a negative vibration, other people can feel it, impacts, and in a general way, it doesn't help others because they are receiving that person's low vibration. I experienced this before. I'm not judging or anything, but actually, it was an experience that I had a few experiences that helped me understand a little bit of that. Um, Sometimes when people are expressing light language in a lower vibration, for example, in an ego way, or if they feel sad or negative in any way, another person who can feels that can actually feel that vibration. So it's light language, but whoever is expressing light language is actually doing it in a low vibration. Um, there's a responsibility, but also consciousness to be in a positive, higher vibration when light language is being expressed. That's why it's important for us to connect and stay connected to our center, to our light. Even source creation becomes, the more we connect, the more we are aligned and open to light, the more it helps us and others. We can receive more light, we can receive more information, we can receive whatever we need, and we can emanate that inside out for others. Um, Knowing the light is knowing light language and understand its benefits, like healing, peace, positivity, well-being, love, understanding, connecting, um, higher and pure vibration, working the chakras, bodies, etc. So when you know and understand the light, that's why I ask you for you to close your eyes and connect with your light and source creation light. When the more you do that, the more you understand and feel what it is. Because the light, the more pure it is, the more high it is, the more you understand and feel it and work on yourself, you ended up understanding the miracle that light is. So when you are in that way, either you express light language or not, you are in miracles mode. You are in a more conscious mode. The light heals, understands, and acts according to the person's needs. Only beings, people of high vibration, from 5D and above, they access light language when they are ready, and even if their soul chooses. So people who are in 3D and 4D, they cannot access light language because they are still in a low vibration. So from 5D, you can actually access light language if you're meant to. Light language is a helpful tool for awakening that acts in different ways. Um, sorry. Light language is a helpful tool for awakening that acts in different parts of each person and helps us in what it's needed. It's a way to potentialize light and use it and benefit from it. Remember, light language contains all the original light and all that is. It's expressed in a way that the soul identifies itself and feels more comfortable connected. Light language is a way of communication, of love, taking care to see, and intervention of the original light, meaning source creation. It's the evolution represented in various ways, and it's to be used in a conscious and beneficial way. It helps with the evolution of each being and living organism. It's a powerful and pure tool. It changes and potentializes each piece of us and the world that we live in, and the love that we live in, and our world as well. Light language is our soul being of pure love and light. It's our heritage, and that it's passed from generation to generation, people to people, person to person, being to being, light to light. It's our legacy, and it contains our specific DNA that it's a characteristic of each soul. Light language, infinitive, it's infinitive possibilities. Light is infinitive possibilities. Light is its all including shadow, because shadow helps us to see, face, work, and understand what it is in us, what we need. What I want to say with this is that actually, with my experiences, I started to question what shadow is. Um, Soon I will be doing a video about the shadow side, and also with my experiences and the information that I received during my meditations. Light shines in the shadow. Light supports all. Light language brings and enhances more light in us. The more light you have, you experience, more light grows within you. Be the light, be your own light. So all of these things actually they do resonate with me for the moment. There's probably people out there that they have a different explanation or use different words, but what I'm seeing now is that everything comes from source creation. Everything, light language, us, planets, the cosmos, the universe, all living beings, all forms of communication. Light language is just a different, more powerful um, tool, um, more direct for different needs. And at the same time, it's a extremely beautiful tool. I really love it. It's very pure. The more you awake, the more you start to understand certain things, and that comes with inner work, with healing, with forgiveness, and again with light. The more you do this, the more you understand so many things, and you understand the beautiful and powerful tool that you that express light language have uh, within. Express all souls, they do express light language, but not all souls are ready for that step. It's something that the soul chooses, and there's got to be an understanding about that. um, when I'm going through um, let me see if I can remember the words. um, Tricky times. Tricky is not exactly the word that I want. Challenging times. Do ego and fears and stuff from past lives. And when I'm not centering myself, because sometimes I forget about it, and there's always someone who reminds me to breathe. One of the things that I've learned when I started to do inner work, and when I was in a deep and bad place, actually, Archangel Michael told me to breathe. So there are times when I'm not centered because I'm so focused on the 3D stuff or fears that I forget about it. So someone reminds me to breathe, and actually breathing, it helps because it not only brings you peace, but you are focusing and concentrating on your breathing, and you ended up focusing on your center, and that helps a lot. Because even if the fear is there, or whatever negativity you are thinking, or whatever you are feeling, expressing, that is not from pure love and light, that suits breathing, suits everything. And there are times, because I am connecting more and more and more with my divine feminine side, and even with the divine feminine, either goddesses or saints or mothers. So there are sometimes specific beings that I see. And I remember when I started to going through the shadow processes and the ego and fears and all of that stuff, there was a time that I was just hearing there's only light. And I'm understanding more and more and more, because the shadow side, which is from my inner studies, is an experience. And so far, everything relates to me is that the shadow side is not the dark side. So many people, and I do respect, even though I don't understanding it this way. A lot of people say that we have a dark side, that there's dark entities and all of that stuff. There's different realities, yes. But what I was shown is that there's only light, and the shadow, the dark that so many people talk about, is actually the shadow side. And the shadow side has, it's an important side of you. It's actually you. All of us, we experience in past lives the light side and the shadow side. We experience, uh, in human language, we experience good things and bad things. We choose and we experience different things. Um, when we understand that the ego, the fears, the doubts, and all of that stuff, they are there for a reason, because without them, we cannot understand certain things, even when we had or are having, depending who you are and what path you are. When we start to understand that, the soul needs to understand certain things, so the soul chooses certain paths. When the soul does that, the soul needs to understand a lot of things. So, knowing and remembering a little bit about my past lives, the light one and the shadow one, there's a lot of experiences with that, and my soul wanted to understand certain things. And there's a point in our path, either this lifetime or past ones or future ones. We have to embrace the light one and the shadow one, because when we have the ego interfering, when we have uh, doubts and that kind of stuff, they are showing us what we need to work on. There are moments that I'm feeling a lot of fears. I even feel them physically. And when I'm going through this suffering and pain from past stuff, I see Shekinah. And every time that I see her, she's telling me, shine your light, be the light. And when I start to do that, whatever fears or negativity that I'm having, uh, it goes away, because the moment that I start to shine my light, and even in my light language, it goes away, or it is suiting. Um, so the ego and pain and suffering, they serve us and they teach us what we needed to do, but they also are telling us to surrender, to let it go. So I'm sorry. So every time that you are having a difficult time, that you are having a challenging time, breathe, focus on your light, and see or feel whatever it is giving to you. If you are receiving a guidance, go and do it. Follow your guidance, follow your intuition. There's also another card from the goddess of light, Amaterasu. I don't know how to pronounce her name. This one has a very important lesson. Not just, I'm showing the cards not just for the divine feminine, but also for the divine masculine, because we all need to shine our beautiful light. Like I explained in my notes, the more you shine, you ended up influencing other people around you, and even the planet. So with the goddess of light is, we are all light. So we need to reflect our light. Actually, we are our light. So when we see someone or something, we need to see the light, because it's a reflection. So if I'm light and we all are light, so we need to see that reflection on someone else's. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if did or didn't do anything. We are light, and we need to see that reflection on others. We need to see that everyone is light. It doesn't matter what that person is doing or did. It's light. Like, we need to see beyond the physical world. We need to see beyond the physical body. So she says we are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. So The more we focus on being the light and seeing the light on other people, we start to understand we all have our experiences and we need to go beyond that and be loving and compassion and forgiving and all of that stuff. Um, there are things that no one else can actually teach us. We need to learn that on our own. I am learning or relearning. I'm not sure. Maybe relearning a lot of things like compassion and being light and counting on myself for certain things because um, we have the answers that we need. I have my answers, and I need to stick and trust with whatever guidance it comes for me. And I know, like, there's other people like me that we are not trusting 100% in our guidance, in our visions, or our path. So we need to work more on ourselves and even use positive affirmation, saying, I trust, I believe I can do this. Because some of us, we have very heavy stuff from past lives. And if we are not facing that, if we are not working on that, if we are not working on ourselves, it becomes more intense and it becomes more difficult. So we need to let go and surrender all of that stuff. And at the same time, we need to understand that those things were just choices and experiences, and we need to let them go. We are not the same person that we were even yesterday. We are not the same soul that we were in past lives. We are different. So there's a lot of things that we can remember and bring back in this lifetime. But there's one thing for sure, we are light. And the more light we are, the more we work on ourselves, the better it becomes this whole experience. And again, with the light, we understand more and more and more a lot of things. We let go. We stop judging and criticizing and doing all of that stuff. We ended up understanding and loving our ego and other people's ego because there's only light in us. We only understand that way. So we love our shadow side, we love other people's shadow sides. We ended up loving more and more and more our light side and our shadow side, the fears, because sometimes people, there's probably different ways to face the fears, but maybe the most beautiful and powerful one is actually loving the ego, loving the fears, loving that part of you that you don't love for whatever reason. And remember, we are reflections. And when we see someone, when we see a reflection on someone else's, something that you don't like on that person, that's a reflection of you. Even if it is your ego speaking or your fear speaking, you have to understand that there's something there that is being triggered, and you need to see that and realize what is happening, what is this thing teaching me. I need to find a way to understand this and work this thing. So one of the things that I've realized is that I need to love myself exactly the way that I am, light side and shadow side, and even physically, because we live in a world where, especially women, we were raised and we were told what to do and not to do. I have this feeling, this knowing that the divine feminine is much more than we know. Um, I'm not, the divine feminine is equally beautiful in its own way, but there's something about the divine feminine that is very powerful, very beautiful. That's why whatever happened, whatever caused the fall, um, there was this very big stumble, I think that's the word in English, that happened, whatever needed to happen with the divine feminine. So we are rising, we are understanding, we are doing a lot of things. We are understanding our power, our beauty, because our beauty is not the outside one. Even though we have to respect um, our beautiful physical body because it's a temple, we also need to go within and work on ourselves. The divine feminine is already beautiful. We are already beautiful. We don't need the physical things like usually the society says that makes us more beautiful. We are already beautiful in our unique way. All you need to do is go within and see that beautiful beauty, which is our light. And I say the same thing to divine masculine. Go within and see the beautiful light that you are, the beautiful being that you are. You are unique in your own way, and you also need to see the divine feminine in that way. And the divine feminine needs to do exactly the same thing. See the beauty in the divine masculine, see the light. But this is all things that we understand with our experiences and with prayer and questioning and being curious about certain things, because I question a lot, I pray a lot, and I doubt a lot of things, even things that I was thought not only this lifetime but even past lives, because there's a lot of things that do not resonate with me. That's why it was important for me to be asked in a very polite way. Take your time, go within, do inner work, and follow your path, because you have a different path now. You need to go to that path, and that path is actually where my light is. I am still trying to see what kind of light I am and what it has, but I know that shining my light is my happiness, whatever it is, with work, with light language, with freeing myself from past things, past hurts, and other stuff. So we need to start to go more within and see our own light, feeling it, working it, enhancing it, and even seeing our creator's beautiful light, because they are always there for us. We need to connect more, or for those who are not connecting, you need to start to connect and stay connected, practicing that, and also expressing your beautiful, unique light in your own way, with no egos, with none of that stuff. Even though it's a part of you, but it's the light that is more important, because the light is the answer for everything. So work your light, shine your light in your unique, beautiful way. That's the answer that you need. That's the answer that I need, and that's the answer that we all need. So let me see if there's something else. I'm seeing the word believe. Believe in the light. Believe in your soul, whatever your soul is telling you, guiding you, the urgings. Again, believe in your light. Believe in whatever source creation has for you in their own light. Shining your light actually helps their light to shine even more brighter, in a more pure way. And the connection becomes stronger between you and them, because they are always connected with us. But there's a point in our lives that I believe that all of us disconnected from them, and in divine timing, we ended up connecting again with them for the right reasons, for whatever we need. Work your light, beloved. Work your magic. Your magic is your light, is your soul expressing in its own beautiful, unique way. It's your essence. Your light has everything in there. Your light equals your soul. Your soul needs to be expressed. It needs to speak. It needs to be its own voice. Kuria saritia haseria kio sotoru kuyaka a. Saria sataya kia sorukuto oro. Saria iria kere. Saria oro kuria hasaria kia asare tere ere. Karia hasaria tekere. Ruria tere. Saria hiro kuro. Soro. Taria ara. Sanderia itere oro. Sore toro. Saretare saria attaria kittere otro. Rungiria hasaria kittere oro su te ere. Caria asaria tettere. Curio oria ara. Saria tequia te ara. Codes and activations coming through. Kia ara. Accept them if you wish. If you feel that you can benefit from it. And there's also healing. Soro horo heyo. Soro soryo hande. Sare soro. Saria sere. Ki yondoro. Yonda. Horuande, horuan, keria soro, yasa, kunduare, Kiaro, yora. Shine your light, beloved. That's all you need to do. Shine your light. Be your light. Kiria asari oro. So I hope this helps you in whatever way. Either you are divine feminine or divine masculine. I hope this helps you to understand a little bit more what light is and what light language is. Obviously, you can go within. Please go within and seek your own answers for whatever is light or shadow or source creation. Just question, be curious about, go within and ask. You can also benefit that when you go within, you can also start having inner study. That's one of the things that I started to do when I'm curious, when there's something that is not satisfying me anymore. I go within. For sure, I'm going to still asking what light language is and what light is, and still questioning other stuff. So please go within. Be your own beautiful, unique light. I need it. Everyone's need it. And above all, you need your own light. You have everything in there. and you can make it even more brighter, more beautiful, and more pure. So I hope this helps you in whatever way you need. I also want to say thank you for the support and love towards me and my work. Thank you for those who are alive, and for everything. Thank you. Hopefully, I will see you soon. Have a wonderful Sunday, and I'll see you soon. Much love and light to you. I'll see you soon.